What terrible product sells by the millions? Heart's brand pet flea treatment / medication. It's dangerous and has been the cause of death for many pets. It's a nerve agent that's supposed to make the pet's blood toxic to fleas. I used some on my cat once, and she started freaking out. Then had trouble waking normally. Her legs were twitching and kicking, clearly out of her control, and tears of brown thick liquid started streaming down her face. I picked her up and frantically gave her a bath, hoping to wash any of the remaining chemicals off the back of her neck before any more of that poison seeped into her skin. When I worked in a veterinary emergency clinic, 75% of the pets that came in with neurological issues were using over-the-counter flea/tick prevention. Hearts is one of the worst ones. Seriously, just pay the extra money to use something like Frontline. It's effective, safe, and you won't end up in the or trying to get rid of fleas that have now infested your home. Any product where marketing is 95% of the production budget. Raken's cough. I like how their biggest selling point is seamless Bluetooth pairing. That tells you all you need to know. Pee enlargement pills. The pills keep getting larger, but my pee is still the same size. Am I doing something wrong? Beginner's mistake. You've been taking pill enlargement penises. I rarely laugh out loud. I just lol. Diet shakes / pills / TZTC. My boyfriend was trying to lose weight desperately for a job. He made a list of everything he wanted. He wanted a gurgle to suck in his belly, eggs, and 4 different diet pills. The cost of just one box was well over $50, and he wanted 4. I told him the diet pills will never work, and they might make him sick. Bought one box anyway. He lost a couple pounds. Water weight. In order to lose more, he starved himself and ate 3 eggs once per day, or nothing at all. He would have a smoothie a few times a week, which has several hundred calories. He's lost about 100 pounds, but because he's given himself anorexia. I've struggled with my weight my whole from when I was 7 to now at 21. When I was young, everyone from family, friends, doctors, and other kids told me I needed to lose weight, but I was never at a unhealthy weight, just a little chubby, and I was active. There's one person I can specifically think who only ever talked about losing weight to me, always giving me, a child most of the time, dieting tips. When I was in middle school, I even started wearing spandex everywhere I went. One problem was, I remembered people in my family always said I'll lose the weight during puberty. So when I started to lose large amount of weight at 14 for no reason and people said I started to look good, I thought this is great. Then I found out I had 2 types of cancer. I ended up severely underweight at 97 pounds. I went from constantly being told and pressured to lose weight, to constantly being pressured to eat and gain weight. I was pressured to constantly eat while undergoing 3 different cancer treatments. More than half the time I couldn't keep anything down, or even didn't have an appetite. Some people basically accused me of anorexia. It came to the point that, if someone even mentioned food to me, I would burst out crying. It took me years to finally feel comfortable about my body. At the age of 19 last year I decided to step on a scale, which I hadn't done for months since my last appointment. I decided from that moment on the only one who could say anything about my weight was me and my doctors. I was going to eat healthy and keep a stable weight after years of my weight being like a roller coaster. I'm happy with my body as long as my doctors say I'm healthy. I don't give a rest what anyone else says. Now I can't stand these diet products that are pushed on people by destroying their confidence. They destroy not only your confidence, but also your mental health and body. What job does he have? There's so many ways for men for him to lose weight in a healthy way. Remember to not make him feel like he's being attacked. He'll resent you and push you away. He needs to talk to a doctor and a nutritionist. If he can't get a nutritionist, he can still find a healthy routine on real medical websites. There's also support groups for men who want to lose weight the right way. I really hope your boyfriend realizes that he's harming himself and recovers. Pay to win games. I got sucked into state of survival not knowing what pay to win even was. Been playing for over a year and dumped money into fake stats. It can easily become an addiction. Lesson learned. Never again. I'd give you an award, but I spent all my money on plasma. Exactly. I've been FTP for months and it's crazy how you quickly fall behind. I know the maximum doubt players have easily spent over 10k USD. Game of Thrones Conquest is the app I was sucked into. Ridiculously P2W after a certain amount of levels, and once I learned that it costs as much as a new sub to maximum out your dragon, I noped the F out there. My kingdom's Discord had people complaining of debt and loss of jobs, and I foolishly ignored them. I spent about 200 euros, thinking I was getting all these great stats and head starts, but no, I was a fraction of what the real whales were spending. F that noise. Herbalife. I work for FedEx, and it's insane the amount of Herbalife boxes that come through our facility. How I work at UPS, and it's all Sensi up here. I swear the MLMs have just arbitrarily split by shipper. I bet shippers go after these large MLMs for business. MLMs have no retail stores, so it is direct shipping heavy. Reading the other comments, it seems that Herbalife has retail stores. Trying to figure it out now. I don't think Herbalife has retail stores. I think middle-aged women have their husbands rent them retail storefront to sell smoothies, which are just Herbalife products marked up at exorbitant prices to try to make some money back. And yes, I know men get involved in MLMs as well, but most of what I see is #BOSSBABE rather than #BOSSDAVE. Anything offered in the Canadian cellular plan market. Thanks for nothing CRTC. I recently moved back to Canada from the US, and it's actually cheaper to pay the US roaming fees than to switch to a Canadian provider. Most US plans these days treat Canada and Mexico as part of their local calling area anyway. They do, but you have to spend I think more than 50% of your time, or something similar, in the US for it to be free/included. In other words, you can't live there full time. This could have changed though, so who knows. AT&T says that in the contract, but I have been using their prepaid plan in Canada for 3 years and they haven't said anything. Goop. Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop is awful. Goop hand cleaner is a mechanic's best friend. It's been nearly 2 decades since I've worked in a shop, and I still know the smell of orange goop. Really makes the hands feel clean. Go Joe. This is what I know it as. This is the orange soap with the pumice in it, right? Wonderful smelling stuff. Wildly overpriced microtransactions in video games. It's genuinely absurd. $25 for a little outfit for your character in a first-person shooter, where you do not see your little outfit, is a perfect example. I remember the good old days when people were mad about horse armor. I hate the slow attrition that got us to this point. Paying full AAA title price just for a skin is absurd, yet pretty much every game does it, implying there are people who are paying up. Madness. It's crazy to think about those days. Why should I pay a few bucks for horse armor? This is an atrocity. I bought the whole game. Jim, the whole game I paid for. Looks like the Winnie gamers of the past were actually right. Look at where we are now, when the slippery slope is in fact a slippery cliff. Don't worry, my $60 exclusive mount can fly over any cliff. Anything you see on the 1 AM advertising shows that take 1 hour to show you a single product. They are also sold on like Walmart shelves in the as seen on TV section. V-Shred, Gym Scam. Premium bottled water. Cable TV, from major providers. They made money f-ing people over, and then when streaming services changed the game they decided to continue finding new ways to f you over. God help you if you live in a rural area. You know, the original concept of cable TV with TV without ads. Lol. That didn't last long. Valley, screw you if you want to watch sports. Cable has always been a terrible product. Kid me was shocked at how many ad breaks I had to sit through when we first got Sky TV as a kid. We paid for the channel, and yet I was now watching tons of ads. Back then though, I could skip between Fox Kids and Nickelodeon and rarely see them. Nowadays all channels seem to have them at the same time, so there is no skipping them. Oh, totally. Spies are on a break? Swap to Toonami for some Samurai Jack or a quick Scooby-Doo. For me it was watching Power Rangers, then skipping to Saved by the Bell / Sabrina the Teenage Witch. My data. I saw you were thinking about toast today. Here's 10 ads on toast. I saw you watched a video review for a vacuum cleaner. Here's 30 more, even though you've already purchased one. Amazon reckons my recent purchase of a tent was me dipping my toes into a new tent collecting hobby. I buy a gift from someone's wishlist and am bombarded by ads for similar products. I'm now collecting someone else's interests. Be smarter, Amazon.